One of the missed opportunity which I feel like people here don't really understand is, us in the diaspora, there's so much appetite for people who are genuine, who are honest, who are willing to provide some good services. I mean, so
without shortcuts.
Yeah, without shortcuts.
Bogat Hill Borodale is rising as one of Harare's most desirable suburbs with stunning property. You are lucky to get a stand that costs less than 100k. This house belongs to Gibbs and Emilia, the Kanyongo family. They both stay in America but managed to build this amazing mansion in Zimbabwe. I managed to get the owner of the mansion and the architect in one place.
During design stage, you should be able to see how your drainage is going to be.
The project is almost done, and what I've noticed is that when you are overseeing the building of such a project, you can't afford to make a mistake. Any mistake, you lose thousands of dollars.
The project has to go through some raining seasons so that you do the final touch. For you to identify some defects, you have to go through a season.
Here's a list of things we're going to learn from today's video. Number 1, the challenges diaspora face when building back home. Number 2, what it takes to build such a project. Number 3, things you should avoid when building a house. Number 4, what service providers should fix and take advantage of. You guys know the drill. If you're watching my videos for the first time, you should subscribe now, please. And let's have 1k likes.
You never stop building. Like, even after moving into a house, there's always some things to, to kind of take care of. It's not easier, but it's doable, right? Now, if you decide to engage in such a project,
Yes.
it doesn't make sense to cut corners.
Yeah.
So, it defeats the purpose, because cutting corners is going to cost you money more later.
Yes.
So you'd rather invest on the forefront by engaging experts, engineers. This building from the beginning, soil testing.
Oh.
Yeah, we had engineers, we had soil testing, structural engineers, of course, project manager on site, to make sure that the quality at every stage is inspected. Make sure we are meeting the standard.
One of the things that I like so far, just entering the house, is that there is natural light coming through.
The main idea is to make sure that the house gets as much as possible that natural lighting. Kind of things we have to achieve so that you don't exhaust much of your electricity in cooling down the building,
Yes.
in lighting up the spaces.
I wanted to ask you, Mkoma, like, when you are coming up with ideas for the house and what you want, in most cases, do you not contradict with his ideas?
Actually, it happened a couple of times, right? Because you see, we had kind of concept of what we wanted, idea of what we wanted. Of course, he's the expert.
Yeah.
So we presented the ideas to him.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll say, oh, no, this doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you would say, okay, I want to put this, because do you remember originally we wanted to put a wall here. A wall, Then my wife said, no, it's not going to happen. Then you were saying, but you want it to, he said, no. I said, it's not going to happen. But you see, things like that. You see, because again, we had a vision, what we wanted, but also, coming from like an expert point of view, he knew, the importance of having those kind of features and things like that. So yes, this is just part of the natural part of the process. Yeah, it happened. But you see, in a good way, though, in a healthy way.
Yes.
Because some of the ideas we had, they were not possible. You have these wild ideas, you wanted this, one that, and then you say, oh no, this doesn't work. You see, so you have to listen to him and then make some modifications. Yeah.
Okay. Last time when I came here, it wasn't like this.
Oh, it wasn't like this?
Oh, it wasn't.
So again, that's where, so according to the original plan, this was not supposed to be there. Then Emilia, my wife, said, you know what, I want a space, because this was supposed to be, this was supposed to be diagonal. Right?
I think we had some cupboards, more cupboard spaces.
More cupboards,
So we said, Emilia said, no, we can't have that.
Yeah.
But whenever you get ideas from your client, you have to make them work.
Yeah.
You have to implement them, and it should come out as they wish. So that's what we did. You see on our windows, the other challenges we are facing, or we have been facing, during the course of time, we have different contractors who are coming on site. Another one comes and fix the windows. Another one comes and do the kitchen. you find there is a crack already.
Yes. Did you hear what he said? When building, there are certain problems that you cannot run away from. Like he mentioned, a contractor who is fixing a certain thing in the house can accidentally crack a window. It's happening more often in the house.
It's an active work zone, right? People come and go, and we've come to accept it. At first, we would say, "Oh, we had a crack here," really? No, but now we've come to accept it because contractors come and go, and in the course of doing work, movement, someone will knock, and I mean. So and you're going to see that we have a number of them with some cracks.
So the challenge with this kind of defects, they are caused by people. So the contractor will not be willing to come and redo the work.
Let's say I engage with you and want to do a project. What do you expect from them?
From my client or
from your clients?
The thing is, a lot is expected. When a client is engaging or embarking on a project, first you have to know the person you are hiring. These are part of the residential buildings are exempted works in Zimbabwe. Exempted works.
Oh, okay.
So they can be designed by anyone. Even you build, you can design a house and get approved by the city council.
Okay. Guys, when he said exempted work, I did not understand what he was saying.
So that's the challenge we have now in Zimbabwe. So if you don't get someone who has gone through a school of architecture,
now I understand.
You will find out that you have so many challenges from designing stage. You might not notice as a client, as a layman, but when during construction you hear people saying, my roof is leaking, there is a problem, from the architect to the contractor to the engineer. You should get the right people.
Hey,
if you get, even a town planner can design a house, an engineer can design a house, but are they the right people to do that?
That's the thing. Especially, you said something that is very important. I'm helping my dad build his house in Chinoi, and I went there and visited the house. There is a gap, just an empty space, like a small space where it's not even a room, but it's just there. Like, what is this for?
You see, so when they are doing, it's like they are doing a try and error. They are trying on you, on your project.
Also,
so those are the disadvantages now. We have so many people who have, in architecture, we have people with certificates, people with diploma, people with first degree, people with masters. Then we have registered architects now.
Okay.
So whenever you embark on a project, you should know the person you are hiring.
I wanted to talk about you, Nkoma. Were you expecting these challenges?
No. No. The truth is, I mean, we knew the process was not going to be easy. But honestly, yes, some of these challenges, they surprised us. I would say, like, honestly, building from the diaspora, one of the biggest challenges, dealing with the humans. I mean,
it's
not
easy.
You see, humans. I mean, like, I'm telling you, he's laughing because he knows what I'm talking about. From the beginning, contractors, we've seen it all. So I would say, like, and some of the challenges, honestly, there are simple things which can easily be, for example, just simple communication.
Exactly.
Don't just go quiet for 2, 3, 4 weeks. What do you expect me to do when I've given you deposit to do something and I don't know what's happening? You try to contact, no response. You see? So I would say, like, I mean, some of the challenges we knew, like, it's gonna be a heavy lift, but we were prepared for it. You see, like, approaching this process, what we said on our end, you said we are gonna hold the end of our bargain, right? If we hire a contractor, we will operate within those terms. We give them deposit. As soon as they are done with their work, we give them their balance.
Easy.
No, not a day late or 2 days late, but as soon as they are done, we'll send the money and you pay them. Right. So we made sure that on our end, we meeting the requirements of the contract. The challenge is on the other end. Most people, what I realize in Zimbabwe, I mean, no one will say I can't do this. No one will say I can't do this.
They will learn on a project.
Yes. And then once they are on site, you realize,
It's not working.
Yeah, it's not working. We've let go a number of contractors, and had someone come and rectify. I mean, I won't say there are a lot. Again, I don't want to generalize. They are still good people. I mean, we've had some wonderful contractors here. Wonderful contractors. But we had a handful, whom we had to let go. And, have someone come and rectify the problems they created.
Why are we like this, where service providers or business people in general here in Zimbabwe, we tend to face challenges with them, service providers? Why?
I think I can answer that one.
Yeah.
Generally, Zimbabwe has gotten into a mode of indigenization, where each and every person, without getting the full skill of doing something, he's going and starting his own company.
Yeah, true.
You see, so when they embark on starting on their own company, there's a lot of lessons they are learning. They are still learning. The challenge now, they are learning on a massive project, and they don't have money to pay for that school fees. You tell him to come back and fix, he doesn't have money anymore. So they can't pay for the fees. I'm glad I learned something from the Kanyongos. Another thing which we are failing to do, they might know how to do the work. They don't even know how to communicate. General communication. Just an update to say, we are from this stage. We are going to this stage. We are going to deliver on this time. If they give you time that they will deliver on this date, trust me, they will take another month, 2 months.
Without communicating.
It was, for us, it is one of the biggest challenges. I mean, not challenges, surprises. I mean, simple communication. Like, to what Elkam said, like, a lot of indigenous, and coming into this process, we said, we wanted to support the up and coming, guy with, not
that was the idea.
Like, these guys, I mean, like, you pay the deposit. The deposit is used to go and finish someone else's work. And then end up, right? Because they were given deposit earlier and they are now racing to finish that.
And the doors, the whole house, we have timber doors with 2.4 height. They give you that grand look.
You're telling me this is timber?
Oh, yeah. Why until you see the doors upstairs? Because all the doors upstairs are done. I mean, we are so happy with the quality of work they produce.
Passage or this space is called a gallery space. So what you see on the walls, these are lighting to light up our portraits. So it will be an interesting walking space.
Exactly. And people were asking, because we did the first video, and people were asking, like, when are you coming to Zimbabwe to full time?
Oh, full time?
Yeah.
Now they want to know our plan. So we have a timeline.
Oh, okay.
And so I can't give the exact date or year to say, this year, but there's some plans to it. We have a timeline. We said to ourselves, we just want to give ourselves time to be able to enjoy. And what else we can. And even if you see this building, this house, right? We have a master bedroom upstairs. And another one downstairs. So whilst we are still able, we enjoy the views upstairs.
Oh, okay.
But as we get older, still we have a ramp here, wheelchair, we prepared, so we can use the one downstairs. So we put some thought to all those, right?
I understand.
We're not going to stay like this for you. So, in terms again of timeline, I can't really tell.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's some plan to it.
I love the dome.
Yes, is there? We are going to see
how it's coming out.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Very. Yeah.
Amazing.
Amazing. So this is one of those features, right? Which was not on the original plan.
Exactly.
Yes.
The entertainment deck.
Yes. So this was supposed to be a roof, and then that was it. So after we started, I said, "Oh, welcome. How about that lower level side of the house? If we can, put it in such a way that people can go
Still
like
enjoy.
And then he said, "Oh, okay." And the cool thing is, when we did the foundation, we did special foundation.
It was special.
So
foundation.
the engineer had recommended a special foundation.
So it can
because
carry.
of that, it can carry the load. You see, so that work up front helped us to be able to convert this into an entertainment deck. And another idea, you remember that? We might end up not even using it as an entertainment deck. We're saying, how about we can convert this into a 2-bedroom apartment? Oh, okay. Because we already have we have a bathroom here, and we can do some plumbing. Yeah, and use it for so. Those are some of the ideas that are coming, and we are just
A house should be designed in such a manner that it can conform, it can fit for previous usage and for the future. We design for the current, and we have an eye for the future, so it can be converted and be reusable in some other working spaces.
Oh, okay.
So another challenge we always face on places like this is drainage. I saw another YouTube channel when a client was complaining about drainage, saying my roof is leaking, I had to change, things like that. During design stage, you should be able to see how your drainage is going to be. If it's a deck, your weep holes, your full bore outlets for water drainage, your gutters, all that should be clear.
How is life in the diaspora?
Life, of course, I'm based in the United States. Of course, I'm not familiar with other countries, but in the United States, again, I can speak for myself. We've been fortunate, my wife and I, that, things have been good for us. But the thing with the diaspora is, as long as you are willing to work hard, as long as you are not afraid of looking for opportunities, you do well. The sky is the limit for you. If you work hard, you get rewarded. So I would say, life in the diaspora has been good for us, but there are some challenges.
So what exactly are you doing in the diaspora?
In the diaspora, I'm a university professor. And I've been teaching now at the university, the same university, for the past 20 years.
The past 20 years?
Yes.
The same university?
The same institution. I started as assistant professor. The structure of higher education over there, maybe similar to here also, I'm not quite sure, but you start from graduate school, you start at the lowest level is assistant professor. After 5 years or 6 years, you get promoted to associate. And then after another 5 or 6 years, you get promoted to full professor. So I'm now full professor. So when you get promoted, it comes with tenure. So so what it means is now, my job is pretty much guaranteed. In course, because nothing is guaranteed in life, right? Except death and taxes, right? but
taxes.
Taxes. But the truth is, once you get tenured, you are all set. As long as, again, you continue to do what you're supposed to do. You can't go and commit a heinous crime thinking that my job is protected. It doesn't work like that. So now I'm full professor at the institution that I work at.
Do you have other businesses that you're doing outside of teaching?
My sister.
We've spoken,
you've spoken. So we have some properties in the Caribbean.
Okay.
It's we can't really say it's a major kind of business enterprise. It brings some income, decent, but it's we use that for rental, rental income.
You are not spending a little time in Zimbabwe, but when you're looking at Zimbabwe, do you think that there are opportunities?
In Zimbabwe? Definitely. I look around, there are some opportunities. I always believe that, in every situation there are opportunities. It just depends on what type of opportunities one is looking for, right? One of the missed opportunity which I feel like people here don't really understand is us in the diaspora, there's so much appetite for people who are genuine, who are honest, who are willing to provide some good services. You know, I mean, so
without shortcuts.
Yeah, without shortcuts. You know, and I was joking the other day. I said, like, you know, maybe one of the opportunities here is if you can start some training company to train people on good customer service. Yes, you know, all these companies, they employ people who don't know what they're doing.
You spoke of communication.
Yes, simple things like communication. How do you interact with the customer? You know, you can't come to work, you know, with being moody, like you're being forced to work. You know, I mean, like, that's not the way to do it. You see,
from what you're saying, it seems like you faced a lot of challenges when you were building. It's not easy, huh?
It's not easy. Yeah, definitely it's not easy. Something of this magnitude, yeah, it's not easy too. But you see, here's what I say though. It's so satisfying. Now after reaching this stage, I mean, I couldn't wait to come and sleep in my own house. Oh yeah, it's so satisfying. It's just a different feeling. And then those challenges now, when you reach the top, you know, it becomes even sweeter. Looking back that we managed to overcome these challenges, then you say, wow, you know. So even though we don't want to scare people, right, to say these challenges cannot be overcome. You can overcome these challenges. It's just life. I mean, life is full of challenges. I mean, think of any simple task. You know, even driving, coming here, there are some challenges you face on the road. Even like, you know, just, you know, breathing, just surviving, you know, there are some challenges that we face in life. So just that these challenges are different. So yeah, we had, you know, some challenges, you know, most of them had to do with contractors and suppliers. That's real. Those are real challenges.
How long did it take you to reach this level?
We started October of 2021. So we are now in May of 2025. So that's now 3.5 years now. So October of this year, that will be about 4 years. So our goal was to finish everything like by next year, October 2026, it will be 5 years. Our goal was to say within 5 years, we are done with pretty much done with everything. But as you know, like, you know, you never stop building. Like even after moving into a house, there is always some things to, you know, to kind of take care of. So yeah, but all the major things, we are hoping to be done by next year in October.
Honestly, when I'm looking at you, you are a good example of long game. The reason why I'm saying long game, you have been a professor for like what, more than 17 years?
20, yeah.
Imagine. And you said, I'm going to invest back home. You are not forgetting your roots.
No.
Other people, when they go out there, they say, we are not coming back.
I mean, again, I don't want to speak for other people. It's always like, I know situations are different, but, you know, personally, one of the things I strongly believe in is identity, personal identity. This is why, even with my heavy accent, I've been able to be successful. I did have to change my accent to sound like an American. I said, you know what, one of the things I joke about, my colleagues in my department, they call me Moff.
Moff?
Yes, I told them about, they are Moff, because again, I'm proud of who I am, right? So they know my identity, where I come from. I told them the whole history of where, you know, my family came from.
Wow.
Yes, I shared with them. So again, that's being understanding who I am, right? So home is always the best.
True.
When they looked for opportunities, yes, I'm grateful. You know, wonderful opportunities. I love United States. I know it gave me these wonderful opportunities. But I also love where I was born, right? So I feel like eventually it will come time for us to gravitate towards home. And that's why, you see, part of that is also planning. Yes, but sometimes people, they say, oh, you know, going to Zimbabwe, it's because sometimes, you know, people don't think about planning. So we have been planning. So if you look at our timeline, since we've been now working on this for the past 3.5 years, so we have a timeline to say, you know what, by this time we need to have done this and that, right? So that when that time comes, we are all set. you know.
I understand.
And, you know, we are in a solid position to be able to relocate or to move.
Where we are right now, from what we have been doing before, the project has to go through some raining seasons so that you do the final touch.
Oh,
So for you to identify some defects, you have to go through a season so that you can identify water leakages, if there are some cracks, if there is a movement on the foundation.
yeah.
Now we can rectify that. The opportunity we have on this project is that our client, they take their time. For us to identify what exactly we want, we have to go through a process all the time. We have to check, we have to do the procurement to have the exact thing.
And we are just grateful that we were able to find welcome. And it's something which I encourage most people. If you are embarking on a project like this, especially if you're in diaspora, you know, it's worth it to engage a project manager. You know, not just a project manager, but someone who understands, who knows what they are doing, who is credible, who is honest, who is trustworthy.
Yes.
And all those traits, they describe welcome. You see? Yeah, so far so good.
I wanted to ask you, Mr. Kanyongo, so you're saying that the swimming pool area is going to be here?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Of course, welcome.
Yeah.
He is our project manager, but he's also the architect. You know, who developed this building. So yeah, the swimming pool is gonna be here.
Okay. And please do subscribe to Gibbs and Emilia, their YouTube channel. They do have a YouTube channel, and I hope in the future they're going to be consistent.
Yeah, if we can get content, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's. I mean, of course, a project like this,
Yeah.
you know, we felt like, you know, we cannot produce it without any new updates.
Yes.
It won't make sense, right? So we'll wait until we've made some progress, and then we'll upload and you know, update people. And yeah, definitely we'll be uploading some updates. And again, thanks for subscribing.